We all had grand ambitions when we were 10 years old. Maybe you wanted to be an inventor, a fantasy author, or a groundbreaking designer. But somewhere between childhood and now, life got in the way, and those dreams were boxed up in an attic, literally and figuratively. For me, that dream was sealed inside this ridiculous, dusty box. Inside here is a project I started when I was 10. A failed graphic novel, filled with terrible drawings, incoherent plot lines, and boundless energy. I quit it after 2 weeks, convinced I had no talent. Today, I'm taking on a challenge I call the Full Circle Rise. I'm going to unbox that failure, revisit the dreams of my younger self, and use the skills I've actually acquired over the years to finish or recreate the project. This is more than just an art challenge. It is a visual metaphor for honoring where you started and showing yourself how far you've truly come. Let's dive into the disaster. The project was called The Chronicle of the Sunstone. The plot made zero sense. The dialogue was painful, and the character designs were, well, look at this. I remember quitting this because I thought, this looks terrible. I'm a failure. That moment of self-doubt didn't stop me from being creative, but it channeled me into safer, less ambitious pursuits. The biggest takeaway from looking at the original work is the distance between the dream and the ability. The 10-year-old me had the vision but lacked the tools, the discipline, and the patience. That failure taught me that talent wasn't instant, it was earned through practice, which is the lesson I'm finally ready to prove to my younger self. The challenge is to take the spirit of the original idea, the core concept, and one main character and execute it with my current skills. I'm not changing the concept, I'm changing the execution. First, the design fix. I took the basic, lopsided sketch of the main character, Kalen, and spent a few hours focusing on anatomy, lighting, and composition skills I had to fight for years to learn. Next, the narrative rescue. I looked at the one good idea in the messy plot, the central conflict, and rewrote a single, powerful page of dialogue, demonstrating the clarity I now have. And finally, the presentation. I decided to take the single most embarrassing image from the original project and completely render it in my current professional style. The beauty of this process is realizing that every single skill I am using now, whether it's knowing how to use a specific software or just understanding perspective, is the result of small, consistent efforts I didn't even realize I was accumulating. I didn't get this good overnight. I got this good through years of failing, quitting, and restarting. Okay, moment of truth. Let's compare the failure to the rise. On the left, the messy, hopeful original from the 10-year-old me. On the right, the polished, skillful, finished piece from the adult me. The difference isn't just in quality, it's in the confidence behind the lines. This entire exercise proves one vital thing. The dream doesn't die, it just waits for the skill to catch up. That 10-year-old was right to dream big, and the adult me finally developed the ability to make that dream real. My rise wasn't a sudden career change. It was the quiet, steady accumulation of ability that eventually met a decades-old goal. So I want you to dig out your old projects. Find the thing you quit, the dream you boxed up, and look at the gap between the vision and the capability. Don't let your past failures define your current potential. You are not the person who quit that project. You are the person who is capable of finishing it now. If this full circle story resonates with your own old dreams, please hit that like button and subscribe to Rise Story. Let me know in the comments, what childhood project are you ready to finish?